Hey, look, there you are. Wave, go, hi.
Hi.
Hello, people. Take the chat. Nah. I don't want to screw around too much. I don't want the help to go down. Come on. Don't you like the delay on it?
It's so funny.
It's so weird.
Is the typing delayed? Did somebody comment something?
Like if I see somebody comment, yeah, I think it's like, I think it is a 10-second delay. Because I noticed it on my PSN one. It's like, what? Hello, hello. If you are watching in the live chat box, let us know if everything looks good and if it sounds good. If it's lighting, too bad. We're going with what we got. It's like all just stuck hanging out. As long as this looks good, I'm happy. Alright, guys. Now, be warned, I did post that people can ask you any questions. They just have to keep in mind it has to be PG.
PG-13?
Because I do have the authority to not show it.
Okay.
I feel like I have power. Power! Okay, so who do you want to start with?
I don't know.
I'll start. What are we doing?
It's question time.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
ready.
First game you ever played and what system?
I used to play, I think it was the Link to the Past on the Nintendo NES.
Super Nintendo is like the best.
Oh, whatever the NES one was then.
Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, it was that one. I'm sorry.
That's right.
It was like 4, so.
Well, I remembered it.
Mr. Hogan, how about you, sir?
The first game I ever played that I can remember was the Super Mario Brothers. I think it's the All-Star one that had like 6 different Marios in it for the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was on the Super, you said?
That was on the Super Nintendo.
That's the first one you played?
That's the first
First
game I
system?
remember.
Okay.
He's from the 90s.
I did have an NES,
He wasn't
and
born
I
in
played
the
the
80s.
NES a
Yeah,
lot.
I had an NES and we got it in '88. The first game I played was Super Mario Brothers. Okay, and so what would you say is the reason you got into gaming? It obviously wasn't the first game you played, right? Is there a certain game that you played and just went,
For me, it actually kind of was, because I played that game with my dad a lot. Like, he would help me with all the hard parts in canon and whatnot. And just having that bonding time with my dad really kind of set that root in deep for me at a young age. And then growing older, as you know, the 64 came out, all that kind of stuff, I just kind of evolved from there. My grandma used to play on the Super Nintendo. I didn't have a Super Nintendo, but she did. And so we would go over to her house and play, you know, the Aladdin game and Super Mario Brothers and all that kind of stuff.
I actually remember the Aladdin game.
Oh, that fire level was so hard.
Do you remember the Star Wars game? Did you ever play it? The Super? It sucked so bad.
So bad.
And for you, sir?
Honestly, it's probably just you know, I mean, I always loved games ever since I was little. But when I hit elementary school, every Friday night, go to a friend's house on the 64 and GoldenEye, just play that so much. Or even some of the wrestling games. And I remember it was a WWF, some kind of wrestling one, and it was like nearly impossible just to throw people out of the ring because you'd do like up, up, down, down, or something crazy.
When I hear you talk about a wrestling game, I always think your comment about, I want to beat up girls again.
Yeah, so my favorite wrestling game is No Mercy for the 64. And in that wrestling game, you could breathe fire, throw people through anything, catch weapons if they threw it at you, and yes, beat the crap up out of girls.
And more specifically, Stephanie McMahon. That's when you always are like,
Yeah, I would take Hulk Hogan or the Big Show and just literally beat that girl to the ground. Because I see everybody as equal, guys, so.
right? Equality.
The game I played when I was younger on the 64 a lot was
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. My friend Rochelle and I would always we rented it from Hollywood Video when it was still
Oh
open
my god.
all the time, and her mom was like, "I'm just gonna buy it for you. I'm tired of renting it."
Right?
But it was really fun. We played that a lot.
Yeah, back when NES was out, like when it
Mhm.
first, like the first couple of years it was out, you can rent video games where we lived for like a buck a day.
Mm.
So my uncle would always give us, we'd go to my grandparents' house because he's staying with them, and we would always show up with the PlayStation, go in his room with the TV. He's like, here's a buck, go rent a game.
Mhm.
So like we'd always rent Tiny Toon Adventures, if you remember that one.
Yep.
That one was like,
Yeah.
it was like crack. I'm glad they evolved into save points though, because nothing worse than playing Super Mario Brother and you die and it's like, oh.
There was a Resident Evil on the PlayStation 1. Is Resident Evil Survival, I believe, and you had to do that one from start to finish, no save points, but there was like a bunch of different ways you could do it to beat it. And each different way you got different weapons. But no save points. If you died, you had to start all over from the very beginning.
Have you seen, I don't remember the name of it. They have a couple games out now on the PS4 where they give you like X amount of lives, like 5 lives. And if you die,
Mhm.
if you use your 5th life, you have to restart the whole series.
I have seen that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, and it's, I'm trying to remember, there's one, it's one that's like you're a girl, I can't remember, it just recently came out, like last year. Yeah, I was watching somebody do gameplay on it on YouTube, and I'm just going, I'm pretty good if I never play that game.
Yeah.
What games are you looking forward to this year? Because this is going to be a year with like fantastic games.
Probably Red Dead, honestly.
Red
I've been
Dead.
waiting that for since they first said it was coming out. I mean, the first one's so good. Rockstar does an awesome job. You usually get a lot of free DLC, especially for the online stuff, like they're doing with Grand Theft Auto. And I know they won't complete it until, like, release until it's complete.
I've been waiting for the new Kingdom Hearts game to come out for a few years now, and they keep pushing it back further and further.
That was Red Dead 2 years ago. It's like, no. I think that's the same with Kingdom Hearts, though. Wasn't Kingdom Hearts supposed to come out
I think
like
it
in
was, yeah.
2016?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I want to check out Kingdom Come Deliverance. Have you seen that?
I don't think I have. Sounds
It's like
familiar.
it's like Skyrim, but not as mythical.
Oh,
You start out as like the son, because I think you have to be a boy. You have to start. You start out the son of a blacksmith. Something happens to your family, and you kind of have to. You pick any path you want to go. So you can play the whole game as a blacksmith, or you can like work your way up to like being a knight.
that's cool.
The graphics look pretty. It looks like a PC game kind of, but it's very Skyrimish, but like better graphics.
Nice.
So yeah, it's one I heard about in like I think October last year. Also Spider-Man.
I'm excited for Spider-Man.
You're not? Oh,
I
yeah.
know. I liked the first one a lot, and every single one I played after let me down every single time.
That's a fair point because it always looks good, and then it's always like,
Yep.
I think this one will do good though. So, I've seen some of the gameplay on it. I'm kind of bummed you can't throw people off the side of buildings. Because he's all like, oh, I'm a good guy, gotta save him.
Stupid
But,
Spider-Man.
Right? Superman would.
Superman.
Just saying, DC's better. So I don't think there's any major DC games coming out this year. I think it's all Marvel.
Probably.
It's like, holy crap.
But you never know, though, once movies get released.
That's true. We might see a Wonder Woman game come along, and Sam could be like, Wonder Woman! Flying away. Which that make her fly in the movie.
Right?
She
Which
should
is
use
weird.
her lasso as like a helicopter thing.
Well, she can fly.
Eh,
She can. They have it in the comic books
Like
and cartoons.
Superman?
Yeah.
I thought she had just an invisible plane or something.
That's how it originally started, but then they evolved her into having the ability to fly.
She kept losing her plane.
Couldn't find her. The gas station was always her weak spot. Where do I plug it in? That's for all you hybrid lovers. favorite system, console, whatever you want to call it, that you've ever played on. It doesn't have to be based on graphics, just one you've had the most fun on.
It's toss up between the 64 and the GameCube. So, 64, the controller design was pretty, crazy and good. That's how a lot of people got really good with the vertical aiming and everything like that with the Z trigger. I mean, I can't play 64 now. I tried that controller last year, and oh my goodness, I sucked in GoldenEye. Holy crap.
What are all these buttons? I don't get it.
But the GameCube controller, year to date, is my favorite controller out of any other system. I like it better than PlayStation's controllers, everything like that. And the GameCube had some of the best games in my opinion. It had the Wind Waker Legend of Zelda. It had the Legend of Zelda Master Quest, which came with Ocarina of Time, the first and the second one, Majora's Mask, all in one game.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I had it and it sells for like $80 on eBay just right now. And then also had a Super Mario Sunshine. A lot of people don't like it, but I thought it was a great Mario game, especially after Mario 64. Kind of like the same, you hop into a different world, and it was kind of weird how Bowser told baby Bowser that Peach was mom. That was a little weird.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, very
It's
odd.
like, for some reason, when you said GameCube, I'm thinking Dreamcast, and I'm going, but then you brought it back with that, and I'm going, oh, that's right, okay. Because like Dreamcast is one I never got on board with. I played it a couple times at a friend's house,
Yeah.
but I didn't like it.
I didn't care for it.
I would definitely say 64 is probably mine, just because I had so much fun.
I really enjoyed the 64. Had a lot of fun during that time. Had a lot of real good memories from the PlayStation 2. Like, we used to have drunken nights playing
That never happens.
Soul Calibur. Or, a couple other ones. PlayStation 3 has some good games.
Mm-hmm.
One time Jacob and I and this other guy that was our friend at the time, we stayed up all night long playing that Naruto Shippuden, or whatever. I don't think it was Shippuden, it was just the Naruto one. We played it all night long. It was really fun. But I think ultimately, probably the Wii U, because it has Twilight Princess. Zelda Twilight Princess is my favorite game, I think, of the Zelda series. And then Breath of the Wild, I played that on too, and that was a really good one.
And Mario Maker. I've never played a game like Mario Maker.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be the sequel to Mario Paint, and they freaking knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the Switch? Have you played on it?
I haven't played on it yet.
I gotta play on it. I gotta play on one recently. I don't know. It's just too weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting concept, but I'm waiting till they actually have a lot more good games to back it before I get one, because the Wii U loved, but they didn't make the games back yet. They just gave up on it too quickly.
Well, it's like Disney Infinity. They canceled it after, I think 2 versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that was a very popular, high-selling game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was because they were losing a lot of licensing on it. But still, it's like, you're Disney. You just paid how much for, what was
Marvel?
for Fox? For
Yeah.
Marvel, yeah. And
Marvel,
you
Fox, and
couldn't pay a couple thousand to keep characters?
right now that you own all those, think of all the characters you could do now.
Here's a fun fact. Do you know I'm trying to think of it. What movie style genre Disney has owned in the past? I don't know if they still do.
Isn't it adult?
It is. It's adult.
I did know that.
I didn't know.
They have put their little sticky fingers in everything.
Hmm.
Have you guys... Because there's a game I talked about a couple episodes ago. I'm talking about a game called Fatal Frame. Have you played it?
Yes. I think it was on the GameCube, wasn't it?
It was on the 360. So it was.
Oh, I'm thinking of
next-gen
Eternal
console.
Darkness.
So what it is, it's based. Apparently, it's based on a true story based in Japan, where it was like a haunted house where a guy had moved in with his family. My brother will be able to kind of go over it more if he was in there, but. So basically, what it is, the guy moves in, and it's kind of like. trying to think of that movie about the house. Ryan Reynolds did the remake.
Oh, Amityville Horror.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but based in Japan, where the guy kind of goes bonkers and he kills his family, and so the ghosts all haunt it. So what it is you're like this girl who goes in. Her brother went in with his friends to kind of like explore it, kind of
Right.
get the scoop on it, and like anybody who goes in there has never come out. So I'd like to see if that's actually a real thing.
Yeah.
If I ever can go to Japan. But so you're the girl, you go in there, and all you're armed with is a camera. And to scare off these monsters, you have to flash them with the camera. And there are some creepy jump moments in there if you haven't played it. I'd like to see Sam play it.
Have you played Outlast or Outlast 2? Kind of the same thing. You're like in an asylum type of thing.
I think I played Outlast.
And you literally only have your video camera, and it's pitch black, so you have to use like the lighting of your video camera as your battery drains. And the only thing I like is if you accidentally hit like I think it's triangle, you switch out and put your new battery in, and you just lost your full battery that you just had.
Dude,
It's
seriously?
Like, oh, crap.
Do you want to switch chairs? You can sit in this one.
Okay. This one's just tall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to switch this one, and then I can sit on that. So that way you're in frame.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, no. Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Wee. Wee. Don't mind, people. Don't mind. You're welcome. Yeah, they say I use that just because of my back. I have to have like a little cushion layer.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Dustin farted on it.
I did.
That's alright.
I was playing Monster Hunter so hard. Just cupping the mic so you couldn't hear it. It's like, ah. Okay, now I gotta get my train of thought back because I'm like, what?
So we were talking about platforms.
Then we talked about Outlast was the last thing.
And you guys both covered the ones you like. What game would you say you would put at your all-time low? One that you hated playing for whatever reason. Whether it sucked, whether it's just hard. Somebody asked me that the other day, and I'm like, I'll have to think about it. And I never thought about it.
There's a lot of bad games out there. All-time low?
One that you just went, why did I spend my hard-earned money on it?
Like, okay, I'll say this one, and I'm not going to say it's a bad game. I'm just going to say it's the one that's frustrated me the most, and it's the only one in the series I haven't beat. And that's The Legend of Zelda 2. It is a side-scroller, and the enemies in the dungeon are harder than the boss.
Yeah.
Oh, so frustrating. Because it's like, for those of you that haven't played it, your fighting is literally like up, down, at using your sword. You're like, ugh. And you have to also block at the same time with his attacks. And it's like every single bad guy is like freaking Shadow Link from Ocarina of Time. And just does the exact opposite and just hits you like, crap! And then you poke him once, and then he just kills you. He's like, pew, pew, eye poke, pew.
Eye poke?
I really didn't like Mario Sunshine.
How dare you?
I know.
I don't know. No, yeah, no. I can tell Matt didn't like it either.
I like Mario Sunshine.
I got away from Nintendo. As soon as like Sony controller hit my hand, it's all it's ever had. I don't know why. Like, I don't play Xbox, as a lot of you know, and that's my personal opinion. I know that'll start a war.
I don't like Xbox. The controller feels weird in my
Bulky.
hand, and I can't.
Have you seen the new PlayStation one, though? They're going the way of the Xbox controller. It's bulky as...
Honestly, I thought that was just a custom one if you want it. You're used to the Xbox, though.
They're talking about going that way with the PS5. Which I'm going... That's the reason I like my PlayStation, because the controllers... Plus, I like the setup. I've used it since, what, the 90s?
But PlayStation 1, I mean, a lot of PlayStation 1 controllers didn't have the joysticks, but some of them did, and... I mean, so basic and so good.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you ever played it. My absolute, I hate it, but I love it because it's Batman. Was I think Batman Forever on the NES, which they said that I think only 10% of people, the population who owned the game, ever beat the game. Because they made the ending so difficult, you couldn't beat it.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it's the Joker at the very end. And as much as we hate that, well, I'm going to call him a T-Rex because I don't want to butcher the name. The T-Rex on the game we're just playing, Monster Hunter, I'd rather face that than to play that. Because you go through it, and I think you have 3 lives on that game. And does it put you back all the way at the beginning when you die in your 3 lives? Puts you, I think, back about middle way. So you go through it, and you try to beat it, and you do all this work for it, and you get to the Joker, and he's smiling and laughing at you, and it's like, bang, bang, you're dead. Back to the beginning. It's like, I had my mini rage quits with that. Yeah, it was. I think it was in 2016. I actually watched a YouTube video where a guy has the original NES, and he has like 2 bookshelves full of Nintendo games, and his vlog or his gaming content was going through and playing all of them, which I think is a good concept because not a lot of people do it. They go to like the newest system out, yeah. So and that's when I actually caught was him going through it, and I just remember like having post-traumatic stress watching him play it, going no. So I felt like Cartman, no. But okay, there's something I was gonna ask you, but I totally spaced it. I don't know why.
I have no idea.
My brain does that. You know these things.
Who's that?
Who's what guy? Oh, this guy up in the corner? Can I point it? Oh, I forgot it's delayed, so you can see a finger flying in there in a few minutes. Am I picking Matt's nose? I don't know.
What's up, Winghead07?
That's Bob.
Hi,
Bob.
Bob.
Man, what's up, buddy?
We just got done with your mom.
He's gonna leave. Don't leave, Bob. Don't leave. Have you played, since Bob is here, I'll touch base on a game I know he owns now, and he, I guarantee loves. Have you played the newer Deadpool game?
I have not.
I haven't yet.
I haven't either. Bob, how is it? Because it's something, Clint has it downstairs, but we can't ever play it because Madison's here, and that's not kid-friendly. Sorry, Bob. They wanted to get your mom publicly known.
Which is weird, because she already is.
Oh.
That's so bad. You have to keep it PG.
People know Bob's mom. I mean, she's a friendly lady.
Deadpool's amazing.
I'll have to check it out, man. Speaking of, while I have you here, I'm going to try to get you over so we can interview in the Deadpool suit, if you're cool with that. Dude, because I'm going to be badass.
This is going to be awesome.
Be like, I'll give you a bag of tacos for payment, sir. So, worst game, you guys answered that one. Is there one that you, if they could remaster it on the PS4, what game would you, it doesn't matter, just any genre, it's hypothetical. Any game, no matter what system, if they could remaster it and put it on the PS4, what would it be?
Shadows of Rome.
Shadows of Rome.
Well, it wouldn't have to be on a PS4, but I'd like to see him redo, like, the Ocarina of Time with better graphics.
That would be sweet.
I tried to play that the other day, well, a year ago, and it was really hard.
Deal.
It's so blocky.
Well, and it's, I think me and Matt were talking about this the other day. I think it's so amazing how, so I played a little Atari, then I, like, jumped up to the NES, and it's so cool how, like, throughout the time period, right, you go from the NES to the Super, and you're going, oh, graphics are a little better, but then, like, that big chunk where it was really blocky and really pixelated, and you jump to the PlayStation, and you go, oh my god. Well, it was even before that. I think it was with the 64. You're playing games going, oh my god, these look like real people. And you flash forward to like now, and you're going, was I eating paint chips as a child? That's not very realistic.
Well, I mean, I just remember from NES is Super. I mean, yeah, they're both out, but the controller design was amazing. Like what the NES, you only had your D-pad and then A and B, and then you go to Super, you have the R and L with X, Y, A and B, start, select, as well as the D-pad.
Unless you had the Summer Olympics and it gave you the Dance Dance Revolution pad. You guys ever play on that?
No.
Yep.
I was so uncoordinated, I failed everything. I was like, because you have to like run in place, and I'm like, I get like 4 steps in and like kind of trip myself. It's like,
Well, then they had Mario Paint too, where you actually got a mouse.
oh, that's right. Did you ever on the 64 play? I don't remember it because I hated it so much. The Pokemon one where you go around taking pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so
I
fun.
hated it. I thought it was gonna be like more to it. So I'm going around going, what the hell? Why did I waste money taking a picture, dude? I was so mad.
Well, did you ever play that Pikachu base when that came with the mic and everything like that?
Yeah.
No.
I loved that
I hadn't
game.
played it,
What?
and Sam had it when we first started dating. I made her hook it up, and then I was just cursing and swearing and yelling at Pikachu
She's like,
because it didn't matter
"What?"
because Pikachu just cared if there's a voice there, didn't actually listen to what you were saying. So I'm like, Pikachu, you piece of crap, and he's like, Pika.
Doing backflips. Actually, recently, I didn't, because I don't watch Pokemon. I watched it when it first started,
Right.
and I really haven't seen it anytime soon. And apparently, they have the evolution of Pikachu, because he started out as like a chubby little ball of fluff,
Yep.
and I guess now he's all like, I guess in mouse speak, he's like toned and fit.
Well, I mean, he's a lot more like this, if you know the Sam shirt. But yeah, when he
That's
first
right.
started out, they already
Yeah,
like
he was
had
like Pika.
too many chimichangas or something.
Bob, do you have any questions for the guests? Well, we're waiting for Bob. I love the delay on it because now we're just like we're not listening to it, and you're just like, "What up, Pika? What?" Dead by Daylight. Are you both playing it?
No.
Sam's looking at me like I'm
Sounds
crazy.
scary.
No.
Is that one you have? Dead by Daylight?
Not Dead by Daylight. Days Gone. Sorry.
Days Gone.
I did see the new.
How was my
Jigsaw
mom?
one. Do you
Real
really
good.
want us to answer that on a live stream, Bob? But yeah, no, Days Gone is what I meant. With the, and for everybody watching, because the creators have came out and said several times, they're not zombies. They're living. It's like a living organism, is what they said. It's an infection, but they're zombies,
Which, because there's no zombie infection, it turns into zombies.
right?
There's no T-virus. Come on, it's zombie.
Which one are you gonna play it?
I
Both?
don't like zombie games.
Sam will play
Are
it.
you gonna watch it at least?
Probably.
Maybe
She'll watch the campfire settings of nothing there.
when it comes out, we should do like a live stream reaction, just like focusing on Sam. That will have a warning on it, guys. Don't worry. So the kids shouldn't watch.
I would like to see Sam do Friday the 13th with live stream, honestly. Just
That would be fun.
oh my gosh, Jason.
It scares me bad enough. I'm not even playing it.
When you hear run, 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 run. So awesome.
So we had a game on our, was it? I think it was the Wii.
The Wii U.
It was Wii, yeah,
The
the
Zombie
Zombie U. And there's multiplayer on that. And the person with the gamepad, if they tap, that's where they place the zombie, and they get to put what zombie they place. So,
No.
so Sam was in the game, and she was the person, because I got tired of only being the person, not placing zombies. So I'd be like, okay, I'm just going to do one at a time. It's like, okay. So I'd place one, then she'd be fine. The second I placed two, she threw the control down and said, I can't do that!
It's too overwhelming.
Can you imagine?
It freaks me out. I don't like being chased.
But she places like 10 on me.
Oh yeah, I try my hardest to kill him.
Better watch out, because he's gonna give you. You guys are gonna get a VR set soon,
Mm.
and I can see him uploading, telling you, "Oh look, it's just a sweet cuddly cloud game," and he's gonna like load it with because they have like a doctor one, I believe. It's a horror game, and you're gonna be all walking around going, "I don't see clouds," and a doctor's gonna pop up. Like, remember that time you put like 30 zombies on me? Payback. So Days Gone, are you gonna play it, Matt? What are you looking forward to about it?
Surviving, honestly. I mean, it just literally looks like an open world survival game.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Are you excited for the bear? Zombie bear?
Yeah.
Why would the bear be a zombie?
Because he got hit by the virus.
Because,
Just like in Resident Evil, the dogs are zombies.
I know, it's really sad.
Yeah. Well, imagine that.
this is like a contaminant on any species.
Mm.
And it doesn't look like a nice cuddly Winnie the Pooh bear either. It's like got chunks of its scalp missing.
Well, maybe it was before the virus got him.
Well, it could be. I'm just saying it isn't now.
No.
It's horrible looking. Oh my god. It's like, in a way out. I know we're gonna play. Is it?
Yep.
It's just 2-player,
It's
correct?
only 2-player.
It'd be cool if they could have 3.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna take you pretty much back to. The creators of it pretty much came out and said that they want people to go back to sitting on a couch and playing video games, because we've gotten away from that. People are getting to the point where they're getting like not sheltered, but becoming like hermits because they just play online, and they don't go to friends' house like kids, man. That was part of like growing up. I would always go to friends' house and we'd play games like all day long, especially on the weekends. Friday night, go to the Days house.
Yeah.
Mom would cook us great dinner. We'd game till like 2 in the morning. Yeah. It's like, holy crap. And just don't hear about it anymore. Which is kind of sad because there's a lot more gamers, I think, now than like when we were growing up. Because it's more socially acceptable. Thank you, Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
I love and hate that show.
You think only because of Big Bang Theory? Like,
I think it's
acceptable?
a big step for people to do it because it's more socially acceptable with that. Just like comic books. The reason comic books are so mainstream now is because of that show. Because they're comic book nerds. Because up until that show, it was still really not cool to be into comics. And then they started putting out movies around that time also.
That was when they started doing movies?
Around, like, they had done some before, but the big bulk of them started around that time.
I'm the same with Pokemon. How many people hate Pokemon? Pokemon Go comes out, every single person download that game.
Even the guy who, when me and Matt were walking down the street, was making fun of us, I guarantee he was playing Pokemon.
Well, that's the day he stopped playing.
I couldn't get my Charizard. You guys suck! No, come on. He would too. I'm trying to think. Oh, make fun of me. Make fun of me and Matt?
He's
What?
not talking about his mom, is
I hope not.
I hope not either, Bob.
I would too, Bob.
I think he said that when we were talking about Friday the 13th.
Is it Friday the 13th? You want to play that, Bob? You have a PS4 borrowed. You do have kids, I know, but...
They can play it too.
Right?
Yeah.
Just get them snack packs instead of dinners. They're good. They're kids. Or send them to friend's house.
Unfortunately, I agree. It's the way of me. Yeah.
Yep. And everybody's so busy YouTubing, too, that they're like, oh... Because there's, like, so many YouTubers now, and, like, a lot of YouTube gamers. Because it's to the point where they have their own channel. YouTube gaming channel. And it's like... Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of the reason why they made it harder for new people. Because, I mean... And they're right on a lot of levels where... At the beginning of the year, people go, oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and I'm going to get rich. And then like a month into it, they quit. Like there's a couple of people who I started about the same time as I did, I'm not going to throw names out, who just haven't put the time into it. It's like, well, why are you wanting to do it if it's not something you really want to do? Like, I think next week will be my month mark, and I have over 50 videos uploaded. And the other ones are 0 and like I think 10. It's like, dude, it's like I get it, you guys work, but you chose to want to do this. It's like if you get followed, and one has like I think 10 subscribers. It's like, so these people are subscribing to you, yeah, because probably they're your friends, but also because they want to see your content.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing about being on YouTube is you gotta be consistent. And I told them, I'm like, you're gonna want to do 2 videos in a live stream every day, and if you don't do a live stream, try to do like 3 or 4 videos for gaming.
What time is it? Yeah.
Bob, you're up till like 3 in the morning. You got plenty of time.
Well, yeah. What kind of YouTubing are you gonna do? If you're gonna do like vlogging, it's not as time consuming as like if you're gonna do like video game vlogging.
He could do like his action figures and be like, one is Deadpool and the other is like his daughter's Barbie or something. Be like, were your gamers watching the channels? And he'd be like, okay. Something like that.
You're gonna play Barbies?
I think it'd be cool if you dress up as a character and you just did like a history of that character.
Oh, that'd
You
be
start with
really
Deadpool,
cool.
you just get facts like, hey, here's the guy that created Deadpool, here's the year it was, and then just facts.
Rob
on what's going
Liefeld,
on.
I hate you. I met him, so I can say it. If this was a mature audience for my ratings, I'd say what I really feel about Rob Liefeld,
I don't know who that is.
the guy who created Deadpool.
I think I did know that actually because Bob talks about it all the time.
Because Bob loves Rob Liefeld.
No,
I
he
don't.
loves Deadpool.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Bob. I mean, so just what kind of YouTubing were you thinking about doing?
Comic or figure review.
Oh, that'd be cool. Why not do both? Could you set pretty much your own hours on what you want to do? So if you want to take half an hour like out of your day like once a week, since I think comic books release on it like once a week, same with figures. And you can do like retro too. Do like retro comics and retro figures, and you can
Very cool.
designate whatever time you want, how many ever days. Because with stuff like that, because that would be considered like vlogging, you don't have to log in tons of content per day. That's more like if you want to do 1 video a day, you can even do it 10 minutes. And a typical vlog time length is like 10 minutes. And if you go over, then you go over. I agree, Bob. And I don't think a lot of people are doing it, to my knowledge. Everybody's doing vlogs, like about their lives, or like they're doing gaming is like the biggest, I think, on YouTube. Because everybody wants to be the next YouTube star. Just go into it, not looking at numbers, just have fun with it. It's the best advice I could give you. And if you get on a schedule of like uploading 2 or 3 videos a week, just stick with that. I would never go less than that if that's what you start out with. You can always go more, but if you want to take it back down, go to 3. Like if that's what you start with. Back to video games, sir. Back to video games. So, besides Red Dead, there has to be another game that's coming out that you really want to play. I know the big one is Monster Hunter, and I'm glad that's out.
Monster Hunter, I've never played a Monster Hunter game, and I was pretty impressed. First started playing it like, this combat system is really hard to use. My guy runs 2 feet and trips over nothing, like Jason's chasing me. But I actually really enjoy it.
I like the new Monster Hunter. I didn't think I would because I thought I'd have to kill like these innocent little monsters and be like, I just need your skin to make my armor.
That changed.
Yeah. But once I found out you get to have a little kitty cat companion, I was like, oh, I want it so bad, and I just bought it.
And for everybody who doesn't think that's true, me and Matt had to like really go, come on, Sam, come on. And what, I think
it was the second she found out, you get to make your own kitty cat? I want it. You haven't even watched me play it. I don't care.
I want my kitty cat.
It's pretty true.
My virtual pet. What was that? Remember the virtual pets from the 90s? Came in that.
Tamagotchis.
It's like your Tamagotchi of like 2018. Except for you don't have to feed it.
I only had one Tamagotchi, and it was a Rugrats one, and it was like all the Rugrats babies. It's like...
Mine was Pokemon. Mine was Pikachu.
I had a kitty cat one.
Is that Hello Kitty?
No, it was just a little kitty. And the cat, you know how it wasn't actual years, but it would grow however many years. My cat lived to be 35 years old, and it died, and I cried. My Tamagotchi died.
She watched Big Bang where Sheldon had his Tamagotchi. He's like, look, it's still alive. It was like one of his, he was going to put on his resume or something. And I'm like, doesn't count, dude. Well, you know, Bob, you have 3 people, really, who know the PS4 really well. If you ever have spare time, we can help you figure it out.
Ooh, your PS4, Bob. So did you get a PS4?
I think he's borrowing.
How long are you keeping it?
For, like, air quotes, 2 months, right? You just keep telling the person, yeah, oh, something came up, I can't go. That's how you do it, Bob. Then you move to Mexico.
Yeah, you don't tell them.
No, tell if he forgets he even had a PS4.
Right?
Oh, I must have been a PS3.
PS5 will come out, and he'll be like, what? I had a PS4. No. I'm trying to think, man. I know there's, like, more questions, but... Any...
What's your favorite game? Ever?
I think
Rugrats?
Twilight Princess is my favorite. I've
I thought you
played
were
it.
just going to say Twilight, and I was going to be like, okay.
No. I played Twilight Princess 6 or 7 times. And I know where all the golden bugs are. I know where all the little nooks and crannies of everything are.
PS5 and stuff. Sorry.
That'd be great, is it?
I don't know. I just always have fun when I play it. When I Twilight Princess, so. But I also really liked Breath of the Wild. I thought that was a really cool.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild is amazing. Twilight Princess is hard for me to do because I had it on the GameCube. With the true version, which was on the GameCube.
The Wii was probably the true one.
It is actually the GameCube. Because, you see, for those of you that don't know, Link is left-handed.
Yeah. That's
So, the true version is on the GameCube, and when they made it for the Wii, they went, oh, most people are right-handed. So the easiest way for them to do that is they mirrored the map. So everything in the GameCube when I play is in the correct spot. Everything in the GameCube, or on the Wii and the Wii U version, it's on the opposite side.
It took him twice as long to find everything.
It screws me up so much whenever I watch her play or whenever I play. It's like, it's right here. Why am I in the desert?
Oh, he didn't use it. You had a PS4 and didn't use it? It's un-American. Might as well not eat hot dogs.
We know a few people that have that, though.
That's true. I know a few people who buy
Hot
games
dogs?
and don't ever use them.
Oh, I thought you were talking about hot dogs.
Hot dog? That is for somebody else's mother?
Poor Bob.
I'd say like my favorite of all time would be GoldenEye. Because I played that game. That is probably the most logged hours on a video game I have ever had. Because I knew the secrets. Especially like if you remember the one that had like the gray bricking that had the one way up. And you go and you lace it with like landmines. You sit up there with the golden gun and you're just like pop, pop, pop. And they try to come get you and it's like you just go way more.
Yep. Faculty, there's a cheat where you could go back up into the vent. So if they were hiding in the vent, you're like, oh, I know how to do that. You like duck down, look up, and spin, and you gotta go whoop, just right back into the vent. And then you can place proximity mines on ammo boxes, and then take the ammo, and then the ammo box would cover it, so you couldn't see anything. If you were odd job, you could destroy a box and then hide in the box, and the box would reform back over you. Oh yeah, that's such a good game.
Your favorite game of all time, sir?
I'd have to be Majora's Mask because it was the hardest game I've ever played, and I loved every minute of it.
I did not like that game.
I thought it was pretty good.
I don't like the fact that
She's getting angry. Look at her.
you have to go back in time because the moon's going to destroy everything, but you lose everything that you collect. I mean, you can only save your money and like your main sword and stuff, but you can't. You can't save anything that you've collected, like your sticks, your Deku nuts, anything. It's just all gone, and you have to re-find everything.
And it only takes like 10 seconds to refind
Oh, I don't like it. It really bothers me.
And in her defense, she didn't realize you could slow down time or speed it up.
I usually read all the stuff that they talk to me about, but I don't like those scarecrows in those games either. So I just skip through what they told me.
And I don't read through anything, but I figured it out, so I don't understand how that works. Like, in A Link to the Past, one of my other favorite Zelda games, it took me 2 years to beat it because the guy tells you where the flute is and he gives you the shovel. But because I didn't read it, and he doesn't tell you after he tells you the one time, I dug every little freaking corner in that game looking for the flute, and I finally found it, which was like 2 feet away from where the guy was sitting. The most frustrating thing ever.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, just because we were talking about Rockstar earlier. Grand Theft Auto 5 more specifically. That's been out for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it came out on the PS3.
What were your thoughts of when the PS4 came out? Instead of coming out with a brand new series on a game, charging you another $60 to play it on the newer console.
Ridiculous.
My thoughts exactly.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
The ripoff. They know you have it. You're on a PlayStation Network. It's the same kind of network from the PS3 and PS4.
Yep.
So why would they make you pay for it again?
Yeah.
It's a ripoff.
Destiny did the same thing. At least they let you keep your saves and stuff. And you had everything, but you gotta repay for it.
I watch so many people still playing it today, and I just kind of look at it and go, why? Because I like doing online stuff to a degree, but with that, you're not really doing anything.
Right. Because
they release DLCs, if I'm not and I could be wrong because I don't play it, but they don't release DLCs like weekly or monthly. I think it's like bi-monthly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a great game. The one thing I wish they would switch to is kind of how Saints Row is, where if you make a vehicle, you store it, you get that vehicle in your garage whenever you want it, even if you destroy it and you take it out.
Yeah.
Where I spend so much time finding a vehicle, making it cool, but then I don't ever want to drive it because if I lose it, it's gone forever.
Cause and like in online, you can buy the one, I think, garage.
Yeah.
You can store them, but
And insurance if it gets blown up or something, but you know.
I wish they would kind of go back to the system that San Andreas had, where you had to like eat, you had to regain your stamina, you had to weight lift, otherwise you get fat. I like that method. I like where it's more like an open world game where you could do more. Like I wish they would do like the sports game like Madden. And I've talked to my brother about it quite a bit. Like they should take like Madden, because isn't The Sims EA also?
Mm-hmm.
So they have the capability of like releasing two discs at the same time, where one is strictly the football in-game practicing all that stuff, but then you have on the other one kind of like a Sims where you get to step outside of the actual athlete side and go into more of like the role in the community that you're in.
Mm.
Like you get to go buy your cars, you get to go buy houses, go do all these signing events. I mean, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who has thought of it. But I mean, I think it would be such an easy concept to do. And you can link them together because our systems are highly capable of figuring out what's going to what.
I mean, you could do it on the GameCube in a way where if you had like Madden 06, you could transport your character into NFL Blitz or vice versa or something like that.
I think it's just because, especially looking at gun media with Friday the 13th, and then using a half-butt excuse of we can't do this because it's too difficult when it's like host migrations. I know a decent amount of people who are into like gaming industries, and it's not as hard as what they're telling you. It's just laziness on their part. They want to make as much money as they can, and for them, that's not making money. Which, going back to these games where if you would break it up into 2 discs, you have one that's the actual life of the superstar, and then the sport that they're playing. I think that would be a high seller. You can market it at like $100. People would pay for it.
Right, because I don't like football games, but I like The Sims a lot. So if you combine those worlds, you'd reach out to more of a bigger demographic.
Because they'll have to like play some football, but then they get to You know, like I said, go buy cars, buy houses, modify everything in your personal life on that game. I think would just be, and they're kind of doing it with NBA 2K, because you get to go out and you get to like pick your haircut. You get to go to the barber and do your hairstyle, go to the Nike store, get your different shoes. So they're kind of slowly walking down that line.
Yeah.
But I think they need to get ahead of the game for everything else, especially I think on Madden, because Madden every year it's like playing the same game, but it still sells like high volumes. And I think if they did it where they did it like that, sold it for $100, man, they'd make money easy.
Yeah.
And it's just surprised me that they never did. Now they did the long shot. I don't know if you've seen on the new one, where it's a created character that they have, and you go through and you play like an actual story mode. But it's short. I beat it in like a couple hours. It's like, well, you guys are kind of on the right track, but one, I didn't like the fact that it's not a created character that you make. I think that would make it more personal to everybody. If it was somebody you got to make, and kind of they can put different stories into it, but yet again, they have a time crunch for, oh, I got another game coming out next year. That's where they need to like stop doing it every year and do it like Rockstar usually does, where it's every couple years. And that will also help people with the value of the game, because once it's out for 2 months, it automatically, if you go to resale it, drops it down to like $30.
Yeah.
And then by the time the next one comes out and you want to get rid of your old Madden, you get like maybe like $5 for it.
Well, a lot of pawn shops stop taking it too.
That's true.
Sell it. Why would I buy that?
Because the new one's coming out. It's very true. You guys have any thoughts on any games that they can make better, like that you're currently playing? Maybe any ideas you have for a game?
Okay, well, Monster Hunter. Yesterday, when we had that live stream, there was so much difficulty trying to get us to play together, because they like, it's not user friendly the way that it has it set up. I don't know if just there's a lack of explanation or if we're just missing something. Because there's a lot of stuff in that game they just don't explain very well.
Yeah.
And you just have to figure it out. But you'd think something like that, where they have they don't call it a clan, what do they call it? Squad.
Yeah.
When they have the squad feature in there, they should make it more easily accessible to play with people. And why so many levels where you can only play by yourself?
Well, that's true too, because they advertise it as a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
And for a multiplayer game, they don't explain anything at all.
Yep.
And I think that's what we were talking about too. We were playing, because I didn't stream it, but we were playing off stream. You can only go into quests that you have already beaten. So if like we three were playing and like Matt and Sam had already beaten the level, they could come in and join me, but I can't go in and join any quest that they have unless I beat it. And it's only after cutscenes that they can join you.
So you have to start the game, play it, and then get the cutscene.
And
like, what the heck?
they, the cool thing, like a lot of people are liking or getting the game for, is you get the cat. And when you have more than 2 people, your cats just magically disappear. Which it should be, I think, as like an extension of your character, just like your armor and your weapon. It should always be there. Doesn't matter if you have 2 other people, because you're not going to run around going, "Hey Sam, heal," because you're too busy dodging the monster.
I mean, and for that, it essentially says your cat is taking place of another human person playing, which everyone knows that cat is not as good as an actual human, for the most part.
I was gonna say, I don't know, Esteban is like kicking major butt, man, because he gets in there and he's just like, bah, bah, bah. He's like Mike Tyson of kitty cats.
I remember you getting frustrated because Esteban was rafting in your way as you're trying to swim out
That
of
is
the
true.
on water.
Esteban did irritate me a little bit.
I don't have a raft, Esteban. Get out of here.
That's funny.
Well, because, yeah, I'm sitting there trying to take a shot, and he just was like,
I know.
wee! And it's like, dude. And it wasn't like right after I shot. It was like, I pulled back, and you can only hold the string for a certain amount of time, and then it automatically fires. So it's like, oh, well, Hopefully it doesn't kill the cat. It'd be funny if you see an arrow sticking out of his head, though. Like, does it do damage? That'd be funny. If he's like, ah! I don't get why he doesn't float around on that health thing all the time.
Right? Yeah.
'Cause he pulls it out sometimes. You're going, dude, are you drunk? I'm fine.
Yeah.
He's probably going, pop it for me, you jackass.
Oh, it was like Sam and I were playing earlier today, and we're loading up the cannons, and my cat is helping, we're both helping, and Sam's cat is just like running back and forth, just following. It's not doing anything. He's like, pick up a cannonball, dude! Like, come on! But I mean, if they made it a lot more like Destiny, where, because right now if you start it and you're in your tower, you're by yourself unless you go to the very top floor.
Yep.
It's really silly, even though you join their game or join their world, and then the freaking autosave sucks. Like, if say Sam or Dustin invite me and I go to play with them, but I don't save it, I have to do every little thing that I did in the tower and like join them. What? That's ridiculous. Autosave before I leave.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like we were talking about earlier, the join the party too. When you first load up your game, there's the option to join squad, and so I did that earlier when I jumped on, and they were already on, and so I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm already in the world that they're in, and we found out that no, I really wasn't. So I had done a couple things, and it's like, so I had to go redo it. But why advertise at the beginning of the game that you're going to join a squad if you don't join the squad?
Yeah.
It's like a broken button.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, and hopefully over time, since it's a new game, I give them slack on some of their stuff. So hopefully, like, they'll fix a lot of it. But we all know not a lot gets fixed on games these days.
Yeah.
Because they want to try to put something out there to make them money instead of, let's make everybody happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I think is, because it used to be like when you couldn't download games, it was very much more user friendly. I felt like the
game was complete.
The game was complete because they didn't have the option to rush it, because if they put out a game that was really buggy, it failed and nobody bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like they had a lot more game testers trying it out, perfecting it, not.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a minute, go ahead. Oh, it's unplayable. Well, we'll put a few patches in here or there.
Fix this problem, but it creates a whole new other problem. It's like with, and I know you uninstalled it, and you weren't a big fan of it. Fortnite seems like they'd make a patch and it'd create a new issue. Well, it's also same we could say with Gun Media and Friday the 13th. It looks really good, and it has the thunderstorms and looks way more realistic than what it did when it started. But there it again, you try to get in a car and it glitches you into a rock. Or in Matt's case, he was trying to save me from Jason, and it made him look like he was sitting in the seat of a car, so he was all like floating away.
I couldn't do anything. What? I could climb through windows, and then my person would go normal, and then go right back to their car seat. It's floating. It's like, dude, I couldn't. Oh, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, it glitched out on everybody but one person. That one person got in and drove away, and I'm just like, what? Or like my favorite glitch of it is when you get in the car, you start it up and you look at your map, and the map didn't go away.
Oh, I hate that so much.
So you had to drive with like the map, and it's like, what? Pardon me? Oh, I thought it...
Well, you can't even pull out your map in your car, so it's like, okay, I hope I have somebody in here with a map that can tell me directions, because I could be driving the wrong way.
Yeah, because those mini maps really don't help.
No.
And I don't know the maps that well, because I don't play it that much, because...
Let alone driving a car on it.
Mm.
Because it's so buggy. But hey, they got the money they wanted. They made $3 million alone off of just online purchases. I don't even know what they made on the hard copies. I don't know how many sold. I didn't pay attention.
I didn't either.
Because it was irritating that
they were giving hard copy people extra clothes.
Yeah, they're giving them bonuses for buying the hard copy.
And they said, oh, system people will get it too. Nope, you have to pay for it. It's a yellow content.
Yep. We got nothing.
I'm sure the hard copy people could also download if they wanted to.
I think We got like I think the newer Jason, not the Savini, but we got like the newer Jason when that happened, but it was already going to come out anyways. So it's like, oh, here you go, here's something free. Kidding, it was going to come out anyways. Made you guys fall for it. And I just don't like the fact of on games like that you have people who are just trolls on it, who maybe leveled up as high as they can get, and so they just want to make the experience worse for everybody else.
I mean, it's gotten a lot better. But.
It has. That's like with Fortnite, we talked about having like level classes. Like you only go into tournaments with people like around the same level you are.
Yeah.
Because it sucks when you're going in there playing against people who are over 100 and you're going, what? Because that game is not easy.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Clint says you have the wrong jersey on.
You want him to have a Patriot jersey?
Should be number 9. No, that's Foles.
Does he want you to have McNabb?
He wants me to have Foles, Nick Foles.
Uh,
I probably won't buy a Nick Foles jersey, Clint. Right at this point, yeah. I have a Sanchez jersey.
oh, God.
It was a shirt jersey that someone got me as a joke gift. I did not
so.
spend money on it.
All right, Sam, for your vlogging, do you have a site set up?
I tried to set some stuff up, but it like never worked out. And then Facebook thought that I was trying to set up a second account for myself, and so it deleted it. So
Holy crap.
yeah, so I did a bunch of work and then it got deleted. So I haven't started back up yet.
So you tried to just do like a different page for Facebook for it?
Yeah. Well, I tried to just start like my new with a different Gmail account and stuff.
Oh,
So I
okay.
tried to create a different page. But then you had to have like a basic one, you know, like your personal one to do that. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, I'll try this. And then that didn't work because they thought I was doing, you know, a scam thing or something. So, but I haven't got it back up and going yet. I've recorded some stuff on my PS4 just for like clips and stuff, but I haven't started releasing anything.
Do you have a PS4 camera?
No,
No, just like gaming or?
just some gaming clips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you ever jump on this wonderful platform of YouTube?
Yeah. I
Sorry,
mean, I'd
what?
probably post those videos on YouTube. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like would you ever set up an account
Mm-hmm.
and jump on for these wonderful people? Because there are some cool people out there.
Yeah.
I've met, well, except for the one, I don't want to say subscriber. A wonderful person who just
Just got a little bit excited. I wanted to play really quickly without having
thank you
know,
for
a little bit of
praising that, 'cause I was
understanding
gonna
of,
be-
hey, you know, we're in a game right now. We can't just pause the next tab. We want to get our experience, especially since we're on the last level. I mean, because we're more than welcome to, or more than excited to play with anybody that wants to play.
You just have to realize if we're in a game, it's going to be a minute.
Yeah.
Because we're not wanting to lose experience. Not at all. Right?
It's true.
Right. 'Cause if
True.
you lose experience, you're kind of not special. I think it just came after, like, trying to play Friday the 13th where we're losing experience because people quit anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, I don't want to lose more experience on a new game. Screw you. What did Clint say?
What do you think games play, Sam?
I really like the Zelda games. I like to solve the puzzles, and I like the history that the Zelda universe brings. I think it's really interesting.
And like your daughter, she likes to play the Barbie games.
No.
It is Barbie approved.
No.
And ponies. Ooh.
I heard Madison was Barbie girl.
She's a Barbie girl in a pony world. She's wrapped in plastic. She says it's so fantastic. No Ninja Turtles here. No Ninja Turtles there. Sorry. I'll have to teach you her song. I made a song for her and she hates it. It's the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger song, but like add Maddie instead of Mighty. She'll like run. She's like, no. no. Like, she hasn't learned yet. If you react badly, I'm gonna stick with it until you just act like you don't care.
It's like Bob. Bob does that too.
Yeah.
So I can pick on him all the time at work, but it's only because he reacts so dramatically over things.
He does, dude. He's
That
so
makes it
funny.
so fun.
I mean, just because like Spider-Man so much. I mean, Deadpool. I get those two mixed up all the time.
Wait, that's not a Spider-Man outfit he has?
No, it's apparently Deadpool.
I'm waiting to see him jump on here and go, like, just... I will hide that comment. Do you have any other questions for these guys, Clint? Yes, Sam. Do you have anything you want to ask Matt?
Bob's
Bob's
mom.
mom. See, Bob, we all love your mom.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, Bob.
What time is it? 6:14. I'm trying to think if he is still at work. He is. He's on his break.
Pound Bob's mom. Is the pound thing.
Oh, God. Okay, I was asked this question the other day, and so I said I'd bring it here because I think it's going to be awesome to listen to answers. Who's the better video gamer out of husband and wife? No gloves, no. She's sitting right here. I got to be nice.
It really depends on what game it is.
Yeah.
I'm better at Zelda games than Matt is.
Did
I am. I can
Grab
solve
your
the
popcorn,
puzzles better
people.
than you.
you beat Majora's Mask without my help?
That doesn't matter. I beat other ones. I beat Twilight Princess without your help.
I beat it first. Okay, so we have
Okay.
the collector here who has to collect
I have
every
to collect everything.
little thing. Oh, Ruby! Samuel up's full. I don't care!
We
Ah.
have
Just 'cause
documentation of that too on Monster Hunter,
Yeah.
by the way.
Just because I like to collect everything and takes me longer to finish a game doesn't mean I'm not better than you at it.
Did you beat Breath of the Wild yet?
No, I was collecting stuff. I haven't beat Ganon yet, but all my costume, like uniform things are
Complete.
all leveled up. All of them.
You don't need them all leveled up.
It doesn't matter, they are.
Okay, how does that make you better than me?
It does.
Better at collecting, sure.
Okay.
I think that was Mike Vick who asked that question the other night. That's a good one, Mike, if you're watching later.
So, keep going. What else do you think you're better at?
What do you think you're good at?
Hand puppets.
All of them?
Except for Zelda.
No, I included Zelda in all of them.
Zelda, did you really get into growing up, Mr. Hogan? Other than Zelda.
Ooh, so I had Rampage on my PlayStation. Oh my, and they're making the movie now. Holy crap.
With The Rock.
Yeah, with The Rock. And that game was really hard, but I really enjoyed eating all the little humans and everything like that in the buildings. That was really fun. Resident Evil, huge into that.
Silent Hill?
Silent Hill, huge into that one. Played both of those just on the regular PlayStation. Pretty much any Mario game, any Zelda game. Shoot, most of the wrestling games back for 64 and stuff like that as well.
Because he can beat up women.
What else did I play? Duke Nukem. Loved Duke Nukem.
Or Wolfenstein on the PC.
Wolfenstein. Amazing. Sam Civilization. Aladdin. Mickey Mouse. That game was the shiznit. Oh my goodness. On the Super Nintendo.
Have you played the new Wolfenstein?
I have not.
That's pretty amazing, like, considering the leap it made. From, like, just running around when you see the gun, you're just like, and it's like, it's a beautiful game on the PS4 now.
Nice.
They're very good.
Sam's a Zelda hoarder. Yep. She sure is.
I don't think it's just pertaining to Zelda? Because
Every game.
Because if you watched the video yesterday, there's like one where she got like the collecting award, and it was like me and Matt were like both had awards, and it was like 2 and 3, and her collecting award was 33.
It's like
When I was growing up, my grandma, when I played with my grandma, I would always play on her game, and when I was at her house, and so her rule was if you play on my game, you have to collect every single thing.
Oh wow!
Everything. Well, I don't follow the strategy guide, but she would follow the strategy guide and make sure she didn't miss something. So I
Was a
kind of
gamer.
yeah. So I kind of got that habit from doing that with her. So
It's not necessarily a bad thing because you get trophies for collecting everything now.
it's an annoying habit.
Because sometimes you can't even complete the game without collecting X amount of items. It's like, because I like to play games just to play games, or I used to. Now I'm kind of in the habit of.
fight.
Adios, muchacho. I added the muchacho for you. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of like to. I like to go through and play story games. I don't like games that don't have good stories.
No.
Because to me, it's just. That's why I've never been into like the Street Fighter games and games like that, because it's just pretty much just all you do is verse people.
I think those are fun games for like if you're having a couple friends come over or something and you have some friendly competition going on. But I can't sit down and really play those for like hours. I used to be able to, like when I was first starting college, that's what we used to do all the time. But we had a big group of people around, always at our house, and so we just kind of passed the controller. It wasn't just one, you're just like sitting and versing the same person all night long, but we'd have a couple people play.
Yeah, playing those for like 4 hours, you're definitely going, good God, it's been
Yeah.
it's been like, 4 hours, But like playing Monster Hunter, like I think we all were kind of going, wow, it's been 4 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, each monster is like an hour long.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I think we ended up doing like 4 or 5 monsters. By the end of it, because of the arena, because those ones weren't that bad.
No, you just go straight to the monster and you already have like almost maxed out gear.
And they can't run halfway across the map.
Yep.
Which was nice.
Yeah.
That's like an issue that I have too, man. You hit them so much, and then it's like, oh look, they're all the way down at the southeast corner. Run.
And as you're running, oh, there's a bigger monster that's trying to kill me that I don't even want to worry about.
It is kind of nice though if you don't hit them. They don't really aggro on you. But it's one of those things where if you accidentally hit one, you're going. Ah. It's like you're running like the Indiana Jones scene with the boulder.
Yeah.
It's like, ah, it's gonna kill me. So Sam said she might be open to doing YouTube, right?
Yeah.
You should. It's fun. It's a slow go at first, but if you love what you're doing, it's always worth it, right?
Yeah.
And then you can also upload your gaming videos. You don't have to do strictly just one or the other. I should steal Bob's idea of the comic books. Be like, hey, this is my complete original idea and thought. I had no help from anybody on doing this.
Don't really experiment out of it, Bob, for you.
Right? I'll cover Deadpool, but not Spider-Man. Just because Bob loves Spider-Man. He hates Deadpool. I also went offline.
There it is.
No, there it is. It likes to be weird. Alright, guys. Let's do some wrap-up questions. Do you have any questions for each other about video games that you maybe not know? Or is it you guys know every video game question there is to know about each other? Matt, what's Sam's favorite video game that we haven't discussed?
Probably The Sims.
I do like The Sims. One of my favorite things to do in The Sims.
Oh gosh.
Kill people?
Yeah. But I really like to
Yeah.
build my basement up and put like different bedrooms and stuff around. But they have their, and then I make a kitchen and stuff for them, so they have everything they need.
So like a prison?
But they're
Yeah.
locked down there, and only my sim is allowed to go down
Holy
there.
crap!
And then
He was your
I
bread and
sleep
water.
with them all, and if they get upset with me, then I kill them.
Holy crap!
I've done a little bit darker, but that's okay. We don't have to discuss what I've done.
Sometimes these neighborhood kids get on my nerves, and so I make them swim in my pool. Like invite them to swim in my pool, and then I build a fence around my pool, and then they can't get out, so they die.
I did
And
that.
then
This is strictly on The Sims, people. They don't do it in real life.
And then I hang out with the Grim Reaper when he comes to take their life, so they have to suffer even longer.
I did that, but I used to dare them to go skinny dip, and I would take their clothes and then build the fence so they were all butt naked when they died.
Oh my god. I play The Sims to see how far I can get in a job career, not kill people.
Well, I make it level 10 criminal usually, or athlete.
Yeah, I do
that too.
I do athlete. It's like, I'm gonna justify this. See? Okay, Super Bowl's coming up.
Yep.
Picks.
Oh, I don't really care.
What?
I think
That's like saying I want the Patriots to win right now. I don't really care. The Patriots.
I think that the Eagles are cuter than the Patriots, only
Like players or
mascot wise.
mascot? Okay. Cheerleader wise too.
I don't
Philadelphia
know.
has pretty cool cheerleaders.
They were the
Just
first
saying.
one to come out with the lingerie model calendar.
Beat that, Dallas.
Plus their colors are.
You don't like the red, white, and blue?
I mean, I do, but it's. I mean, it's every day, right?
Right.
Those patriotic stuff, obviously.
Well, their old logo used to be the Minuteman.
Well,
Now it's like
Philadelphia's
a
had a cheerleader too that has quit cheerleading and joined the army.
way to go for you, you girls.
better.
Here's a fun fact though.
Sure, Philly.
Do you know
There's an
the
idol
mascot
on that, so it's a
Swoop
Patriot.
for Philadelphia? Do you know who sometimes plays as the mascot?
No.
Sir Bradley Cooper.
I don't think he's
Seriously?
knighted.
Bradley Cooper.
He's knighted in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You better hush it.
That's one of the reasons why he's at so many Philadelphia Eagles games. I mean, one, he loves the Eagles.
I
but-
bet he does.
Sometimes he's the one behind the mask of Swoop.
Well, hello, Swoop. Not swipe, Swoop. Don't Tinder that. Do not swipe right. Let's see. Clint left. I don't even know who else is watching. I know people have had issues like typing when they come in. I'm trying to figure it out. Dan was having issues with it before, and he told me what happened, and I tried telling people, but I don't think some of them listen. So if you guys ever have troubles where you can't like type in the box, go to like my main channel page, and then click on sign in there, and then it'll sign you in, and you should be able to chat. Because this is really fun whenever you guys talk with us. As you can see, we made fun of Bob's mom.
Oh, there's no making fun of Bob.
Don't make fun of Bob. We love Bob. It's just Bob's mom. Matt
We
loves a
love
little
her
more.
too.
We love her a little bit more than Bob.
Because he said he was listening, so that's for you, Bob. I think he just tuned out. If so, Bob, we still love you and your mom.
Separate but equal.
Big purchase of the year for PS4. What are you gonna spend the most money on? What game?
Honestly, it's probably gonna be Destiny 2.
Oh, I don't know.
Farming Simulator 18.
No.
Ugh.
Either probably Destiny 2 or I might get that camera for the PS4.
Oh yeah. I was actually
Which,
gonna look
like,
into that.
The same as it's like $60, I think.
Is it?
On Amazon, I think it's 50, but yeah.
That's not bad. I gotta buy an external mic but those aren't expensive at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can get one, and it's like the good quality one for like $20.
Yeah.
It's just some people like to spend like hundreds of dollars on it. It's like, it's better sound quality, but I figure for what I'm doing, I don't really need high tech. I'm not making a movie, so therefore I don't need like $1,000 worth of equipment.
Yeah, that's true.
Because to me, when I watch videos where it's so like edited down and like expensive lighting and sound, to me it just shows that, you know, it's not like a true person in their environment.
Yeah.
Where that's what I want people to feel like that. Oh, hey, look. Especially when I get my stupid thing to work a lot better.
Yeah.
My webcam, which is actually not doing too bad for being on red. It buffered a couple times and it quit that brief second, but it's actually not doing too bad. So if I can get it to do this, I can put it on the PS4 content that I do. But when I can get all that figured out, I want it to feel like people are just sitting here with me playing a game.
Yeah.
As opposed to, oh look, it looks like he's in like Hollywood or on the backdrop of WWE because all their cameras are so nice with the boom mics hanging above their head. But
it just feels more genuine when you have that kind of stuff, and you can actually connect more.
Right, because I mean, personally, I like to see when people mess up. Yeah. And I think if you're on this end of the camera, you should feel comfortable with yourself enough to know that you can do that, and people aren't gonna like, okay, I'm gonna take it back, because you're gonna have those trolls on there who are gonna do everything to try to push your buttons and make you feel like crap.
Yeah.
The majority of people are gonna laugh with you because they're gonna go, oh yeah, I've done that before too.
Well, I see it's like, oh, here's how you do it. Well, it's a lot harder than just bam, 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 like some of the videos are.
Right, you see them running along, and it's like, oh, and it has that clip where you can definitely tell they skipped ahead, and you're going, come on. Show me the part you failed on.
Yeah.
So that way, because for me too, I'm like a visual person. If I see how somebody failed, I'm going to make sure I don't do it.
Right.
Except for with that stupid T-Rex. Because that thing, no matter what you did, it seems like it killed you.
Yeah. It's
Halfway
ridiculous.
across the map, here it comes, like a wrecking ball. Boom!
No, like, how am I supposed to sharpen my weapon or heal myself or anything?
Or I can jump 50 feet just to land right on top of you. And then stand on top of you until you get up, and then I'm going to destroy you.
Yeah. Bite your coconuts off.
Yep.
That's irritating. I died twice, or I fainted twice on the one where I beat it. That third life I almost did, and I'm just like, oh, thank God, Esteban, give me some heals. It's like, But yeah, if you guys end up getting Monster Hunter and you're watching this here on PS4, go ahead, you can look me up. It's D_Blaze84. You could probably, if he's okay with it, look up Mr. Hogan.
Yeah.
93.
Mr. Hogan 93.
And Sam, if she's comfortable with it. You can say no if you don't want to.
That's fine. Samulet 82.
And, you know, you could join really any of us when we're playing games, because I think we do, for the main part, a lot of the same games. Sam doesn't do the scary ones, but she will be in the background if you're playing with Mr. Hogan. And it's funny. I guarantee you will laugh very, very hard. I've almost cried before.
From
That's
laughing?
That's a true story. Playing Friday the 13th, I was laughing so hard. I was like crying. I'm like, oh my God. Because I can't repeat it on here, but there's some very choice, colorful words that just made me laugh. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, it's the knee slapping the climb. Like, hurry up. I'm like, I'm going as fast as I can.
Run, Matt, run! Kill that stupid... Insert your own word here. I'm pretty sure you can guess it. But it's fun. And I think the biggest part about gaming is find people that you have a lot of fun with. Because there's so many people out there who take the games way too serious. It's video gaming for a reason.
Yeah.
It's an escape from this crappy world to get into fantasy world.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go, too, I'm going to ask you. I posted something on Facebook about... I think you guys saw it. Because I think you both... You didn't comment on it, but you liked it, or... It's the one that says, video gaming has been proven as an addiction.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
My thought, personally, is it's not an addiction. It's a hobby. Or a passion. Not an addiction.
I don't see how they got that it is an addiction. I see it as more of an escape from anything else, and probably the healthiest form of escape. Like, you're not drinking. Well, I mean, you don't have to drink. You don't have to do drugs to do that. To do it, it's something that is relatively inexpensive compared to a lot of other ways to escape reality. And I think it's a lot healthier form of taking your mind off of the stresses of everyday life, and you can just be with people that like the same things as you, and you can have fun with them and get rid of that stress that way.
I think video games can be addicting. I wouldn't call it an addiction, because the way the video said it was like a mental disorder. And I mean, I agree with Sam a lot. I mean, it's just, I think, escape, relax, zone out, kind of take the stress away for like an hour, a couple hours, however long you play it.
Or 4 hours.
4 hours.
4.5.
But I wouldn't say it's taking the stress away out of that game. But definitely not like a mental disorder at all.
I think one of these weekends, and I don't know if it'll be Monster, it'll probably be Monster Hunter, I'll change that. I'm going to try to do a 24-hour stream.
What? How?
Very rarely do people do 24-hour streams, but if you do it, it's like a great way to bring people in, because people want to see that longevity and see if you can keep going.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, this will record as long as I want it to. So 24 hours, that's what I'm saying. It has to be on a weekend where I don't have dialysis. And if you guys partake, it'll be like a day where you guys don't have to go to work.
Yeah.
And we will have no social life for 24 hours.
Well, we'll be talking to each other.
Or at least I will. These guys can cut in and out whenever they want. Or if they want to do the 24 hours with me.
Fun.
I can guarantee at hour 23 mark, there will probably be some crankiness. But
I'll just be like, Sam, bring me more Hot Pockets.
No, kitty, that's my papa. Dante, leave my Twinkies alone. But that is something we're going to do. And I think I'm going to advertise. I'll sit down and figure out when will be a good time to do it. And then I'll talk to you guys about it. And then I will advertise the crap out of it on all my social media. And I'll kind of keep reminding people on here for when it's coming up. And I definitely will set an event for it, because I think it's something that you guys don't have to watch the full thing, obviously. But it'd be cool, because you guys can go, oh, I wonder how they're doing, and they can just tune in.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably switch up games too, I'd imagine. I mean, you'll start with Monster Hunter, gets a little frustrating, maybe switch to Killing Floor, Friday the 13th, and then switch back, or could just go 24 hours of Monster Hunter.
It could be, it could be a fun time.
It won't be 24 hours of farming 2018. I'll tell you that much.
No, that I would shoot myself for, and because I've played 17, and it's just, I paid $20 for it because I wanted to see how it was, and I can understand if you're into that kind of culture, it would be fun, but for me, it was just really slow and just tedious.
Have you ever played Goat Simulator?
Maybe throw some goats.
I've seen it. I haven't played it.
It's really weird.
It was just so ridiculous. I couldn't, because Matt told me about it when he first got it, and I'm going, they don't have that game. He's just pulling my leg, and I looked it up, and I'm going,
I couldn't believe it. That was really fun.
You do the weirdest stuff. They have the Ninja Turtles in there. Your giant goat is a whale. Your fast goat is an ostrich.
You could sacrifice people and become a demon goat.
Yep, if you sacrifice 5 people in the demon circle, you get the demon goat unlocked. You lick people, lick items. You can ride on a bicycle.
So I think for the 24-hour, we all should spam our Facebook.
Yeah.
Tell all of our friends and say, look, guys, it's rarely done. Because there is really, rarely anybody who does a 24-hour stream.
Do you think you could do that?
We'll just stock up on stuff.
Mountain Dew. They have 12 packs over at the Denican food store for $4. Which everywhere else is like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that weekend, I'm gonna have like probably 4 of them sitting down there. Maybe with some Monster Energy drinks, which these are not any supporters of mine, so I'm saying it all for free. You're welcome. But I gotta find people to do runs for me too.
Runs.
Mom, I need some food. Go get it for me, please.
They have pizza deliveries.
Like when she said that, she's like, "Hey, deliver it. Come out." See if I can.
Well, what's Clint doing?
He'll be working.
No, he never works.
Not 24 hours.
No, not 24 hours, no, but he's like from 10:45, and it's Saturday, so from 10:45 to 8, he'll be out of the house.
That's a long day.
Well, because he has to pick up Madison also, so it's.
That makes sense.
Well, he leaves here at 10:45. I think he works like 11 to 7:30, and so I try to give like 30 to an hour for him picking and dropping Madison.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also one thing we could do, like with either we can do it in separate houses or do it all in under one roof or whatever.
Probably separate.
Yeah. So that way Matt can go, dude, Dustin's sucking at hour 20. What the? And it's understandable because, I mean, I think that long of gaming is going to fry your nerves and your brain.
Probably.
I'm excited to do it, though. I want to try it. Look at. I'm going to tilt it up so they can see his face. See that face again, Matt?
Oh.
Stay.
It's not on.
Will you move that over for me, please? I tilted it just for you guys, and it kind of messed it up. There we go. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited now that I put that out there, and we're gonna be like doing it.
Yeah.
Any of you who want to get in on it, if you have Monster Hunter, you're welcome to spend your 24. But here's what I'm gonna tell you: if you're going to agree to do the 24 hours, you have to do the 24 hours. No, like playing for an hour and going, okay, I'll see you guys in like 10 hours.
Not leaving the game on.
Yeah, because if we're going to devote time to it, that much time to it.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you guys get into it and we're playing for like, we hit that 10 hour mark, and you guys are like, I need a break. I'm not going to hold it against you because at least you went 10 hours, but I can already see some people getting a hold of me saying, oh, I want to do it, and they're going to be like half an hour into it going, I'll be back in a couple hours.
No.
No.
I might have to go let the dog out.
Who let that dogs out? Who sang that song, huh?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I do.
I don't
It's a
remember.
form of Mountain Dew. Taco Bell carries it.
Is it Baja Man?
Yep.
Yep.
So Taco Bell let the dogs out. Who? I know, right? Right.
We're gonna have to go to the store, get a bunch of extra, supplies and energy
Depends.
drinks. Well, I think I'll still go to the bathroom and the toilet because it'll be in the house. It's not like I need to sit in my own film.
You're like, I'm taking the controller with me. Tell me which direction I'm going. Go left more, Sam. Jump right now.
Dodge.
That'd be sad.
Is
You
here,
fainted.
Mute your mic.
I'm still here, guys.
Oh my god.
What?
I was thinking about how frazzling that's gonna be. Cause after 4 hours, I was kind of like all giddy, like I'm just like, like I was kind of
Yeah, I gotta get
eating some special brownies
energy drinks, aspirin.
that was made by Betty Crocker.
Energy drinks and aspirin to make sure my head doesn't.
Oh, I have migraine pills here.
Yeah.
They work wonders. So I guess the next step is we got to figure out a time and a date.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys' schedule's like, so.
At least a month out. I mean.
February sometime.
February? Alright. So we'll figure out more details, and I will keep you guys posted on that. But I think for now, that is it. If you guys have enjoyed the two wonderful guests right here, hit the like button. And if you are excited to see a 24-hour Monster Hunter live stream with maybe another game thrown in there, hit the subscribe button. And go ahead, share this on Twitter, Facebook, anything you got. Tell your friends. Go, hey, Matt, I follow this guy on YouTube. You should check it out. You might like it. And then Matt would go, that's awesome. I will. See, he's so into it. If anything, you're going to want to check the 24-hour stream out to see how loopy and giddy we get. Because I can guarantee you none of us drink and none of us do any sort of drug. It'll be all natural.
This is how God made us.
Yeah. It is how God made us. Fun-loving. And lovable.
It's true.
It is very true.
You might want to put that mature rating on that video, though.
I'll probably, like, especially if I can get the stream to go like this, where it buffers a little bit. Like how you're just like, you're like a ventriloquist, right? You're like, oh, yeah. Matt, move your lips as she talks. It'd be funny. But I'll make a sign. I'll just at the very beginning be like, make like a warning sign. Do not proceed if your ears do not handle vulgarity and Bob Mom jokes. Because I guarantee you, we should do a tracker. We should do a counter for it. I need to get one of those like little things, those clickers.
Yeah.
Every time, ka-ding, ka-ding. Put a little bell on it.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you hear it, Bob's mom gets a ring. Ka-ding, ka-ding. So funny. Or because I know you can like throw widgets on there where it like does trackers, like they do subscriber trackers.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be funny if I can set it up like where I can like manually just hit like a button, like hit up on my keyboard. So every time I hear a joke, ka-ding. It's so funny. I think honestly, with a 24-hour, hopefully we can attract a lot of people because it's, like I said, something rarely done. So if you put it in the tag of 24-hour game stream, that should bring in, and especially if we tell people, especially like with a month out, just be like, hey,
yeah,
tell your friends, grab popcorns, we're gonna make fun of each other and Bob's mom. It's gonna delight your world.
It's gonna be fun.
All right, guys. So I think that will do it, though. It was a pretty lengthy vlog, if you will. But you know, I had fun. Did you guys have fun? It's more important.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And if you have any questions for any of us, put it in the comment section. I will relay it to them. Or I know Sam checks videos, so we will find it somewhere somehow. I get notifications because I'm lucky that way. And we will talk to you guys in the gaming community later on. And we forgot to do it today. Your voice, unless you did it when I...
Oh, no, I didn't.
We will make sure to get her voice on there. Because Matt knows how to do it. So he can...
I think it'll help.
It's just that party and then
Part
allow. Yeah. Alright, guys. You have a good rest of your... What is it? Saturday? Sunday. Rest of your Sunday night. I know you're not going to be drinking and driving, so... But if you do decide to go drinking, don't drive, please. Get an Uber, call a taxi, get a friend to come pick you up. We don't need any more drinking and driving accidents.
Also, one last thing really quick. Bob's mom, the three of us are going to be busy in Tipperary one day, so we might have to reschedule a day for that.
Oh my God.
Hi, Bob. Love you.
Love you, Bob. Mr. Spider-Man. Do you do parties? I need a Spider-Man. Bob calling party 6. Alright. We love you, Bob.
Love you, Bob.
Bye.
His mom does parties too.